Teen Wolf lovers, welcome back to the podcast. You, of course, are now listening to Welcome to Beacon Hills, a Southgate Media Group podcast dedicated to all things Teen Wolf over on MTV. I am one of your lacrosse co-captains, and joining me, as always, is...
Hello! It's good to see you guys again for the finale of Season 5. I hope you liked it, and I hope that you liked Season 5 better than Season 4, because I sure did.
I think almost everybody did, unless you loved random blonde kids. Then that was your season. Season 4 was your season. That's your thing.
Definitely.
How do you pronounce this episode's title? Because we didn't get anybody to say it.
Oh, that's right. Apotheosis.
Okay. Apotheosis. That is the episode we are talking about. It is 520. It is the season 5 finale, not just 5B finale, but overall finale. And if last episode's subtitle was "And We're Waiting," this one is "What the Deuce?"
No waiting here. Nope, sorry. You can't even breathe. Somebody else is bleeding.
Yes, it's just like, what?
And there's some blood, and there's some blood, and there's more and more and more blood.
Here, have some more damage, Beacon Hills. Here, have some more damage, Mama McCall's house.
Yeah, that house isn't getting insured anymore either.
So yeah, let's just get into it. I was really glad to see Jeff Davis back to write the finale, and of course we had Russell McCauley directing the finale. I think this is probably going to be one of the last few times that we actually see that, according to a lot of interviews and whatnot. So coming to an end of an era.
Mm-hmm. Sad but true.
And Jeff Davis deserves a break, though. I totally understand where he's coming from, and MTV does have a tendency to run through showrunners for their scripted shows. Like, I know my favorite show suffered from an Awkward. They've gone through like 3 or 4 in the 5 seasons, 6 seasons that they've been on. So it's just a miracle that Jeff stuck it out this long, to be honest.
It's his baby, but even your baby has to grow up at some point. So
Kripke left Supernatural.
Yep.
So, and that show's still on 6, well, and now 7 because they're greenlit for 12. So, I still have high hopes for Teen Wolf still going on without Jeff Davis. I don't know that I'll be watching it, but I'm pretty sure it could go on without him. It
can go on without him. It can't go on without Scott and Stiles. So I'll say it again. They go, I go. Period.
Yeah, that's what I'm subtly hinting at here. But yeah, let's get into the synopsis. Let's see. What does the Teen Wolf Wiki, aka MTV press release, says happens? Because it's always only one sentence. Vague sentence.
Everybody bleeds. Boom.
Everything hurts and nothing is really, really, truly resolved. Okay, here it is. In the season 5 finale, Scott and his friends try to stop the beast before Beacon Hills is burned to the ground. By the way, the title means to attain godlike status. It is also used to indicate a piece of art executed in a particularly grand manner. Did not know that second reference.
It also means to reach, it doesn't have to be godlikeness, but it means to be at the pinnacle of whatever it is you're doing.
Cool. Well, this was a delusion of grandeur from the very get-go, apparently.
Well, I don't think the episode is supposed to be the apotheosis. If it is, they didn't quite get there, but they did a good job.
So let's see what really happened. We see Sebastian searching for the surgeon's cane, which is really the pike, which Gerard, was hoarding like the little greedy goblin dragon that he is. It's revealed that the surgeon was actually Marcel all along, aka Sebastian's old friend / possibly lover. And then he died. Is that what
you're thinking? Because I was thinking some potion-bound slave of some kind.
It's Teen Wolf. It's always about the gay love, man.
Okay, thank you. I didn't realize that.
Just saying. Surprised Scott wasn't actually gay now that I think about it. Now that's all been said.
Actually, so am I.
Scott and Styles, still a better love story than Twilight, just saying.
Scott and Styles, still a better love story than any love story on the show, period.
I agree. Let's see. Theo kills Tracy and takes her power. Sebastian pays a visit to the sheriff's station for no reason. I mean, like back in the day, did like the sheriff's station know where everybody lived? Is that what the thing was?
I don't think so. I think you were better off at the tavern.
Right?
Just saying.
He couldn't go to the gay club cinema because it was closed. And
hallelujah for that. I'm good with him never, ever, ever stepping foot in cinema or anyone else either.
That I can agree with as well. But I guess the reason why he had to, for plot force reasons, is because he threatens the sheriff. Deputy Clark shoots him. Hayden showed up. Lydia was there. The sheriff's station was the jumping place this episode.
Yeah, she should be turned. It should be renamed. Deputy should be a red shirt at this point. Oh, she was just dumb.
Like, your commanding officer told you to stand down, Chica. What
the heck are you doing? Yep.
Let's see what else happens. Deaton reveals that part of Mason could still be inside Sebastian. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
And Lydia is the one to save him. Now, honestly, I kind of like it because remember when we were like, why is Lydia with Mason all the damn time when he first showed up? So like it's all kind of like it's like little tiny payoffs, like because I'm clinging to the good things in this episode because the bad things really really bother me. They're huge. All right. So I like that because I was going on Tumblr and I saw all the gifs of like Mason and Lydia. I was like, that really bothered me. I'm just like, why is she being stuck with the B team? And now, okay, I can deal with it now.
See, I don't think that was planned. I just think that
don't take it away from me, Dawn.
Because Lydia's stuck with every B team ever.
Well, Colin elevates everyone around her.
Okay, no. Just no. She's stuck being forced to hide her talent behind what the heck was that scenes?
And she got fridged again in this episode. They just dope her up and drag her out like she is not a show pony.
Show ponies are treated better than Lydia.
I'm saying. What else happens? Then we figure out that Lydia actually does have a part to play in stopping the beast, but really, aka saving Mason. Deucalion double crosses Theo, and I'm like, oh, thank God. Scott wasn't that stupid.
Kill him. Kill him. I don't care. Kill him.
Scott had a plan A for Malia all along. It was Chekhov's talents. Belusco's talents. And she
talents.
Exactly. So basically Malia has full coyote powers now, and the Desert Wolf is presumably human or dead. Either way, I don't care now.
Gotta be human because they're not gonna kill it and make another one of them a killer. Sad.
Sad but true. Parrish, Chris, and Scott and Liam fight Sebastian but are losing. And out of nowhere, out of MacGuffin land, Kira pops up to save Lydia and drag Theo to hell via his sister and the Skinwalkers.
Love that. You come on. If you want to come in like that, Kira, you come in like that every time, honey. You go.
Let's see what else. Lydia does successfully separate Mason from the beast, and Parrish pins the demon wolf form and burns it to the ground while Scott impales it with the cane sword thingy, killing it, hopefully.
Maybe.
Maybe. Nothing stays dead on Teen Wolf, so, you know.
Sadly.
Then we get the wrap up with Scott turning Hayden into a real werewolf, blah. Styles deciding to become a cop. Duh. And Kira leaves with the Skinwalkers to gain control over her father again. Yes. Without graduating high school, by the way. And it's revealed that the doctor's final test subject, aka the Nazi alpha werewolf, the best thing about this episode for me, escaped their lab.
That's the best thing about the episode for you?
Yeah, I'm hyped for this. Yeah.
Not me. Ugh.
Well, also because I don't know if you guys have like been into the casting. We have a new teacher. He's pretty hot, and we're pretty sure it's a Nazi alpha werewolf over on Reddit anyway. So
So if we decided it's not blonde cop.
it might be his like scout or something. Cause yeah, he's got to come. The Aryan youth deputy has to come up somehow too.
I don't know. All I know is that it's yet another blonde. He may not be a teen, but the actor playing him is actually younger than Holland, so that ought to be fun.
Oh yeah.
He can be her teacher. Yay.
Well, yeah. I don't even want to go there, but I don't know. It sounds like I don't know. We might get an interesting flashback for once with the Nazi alpha werewolf things.
Are you kidding me?
World War II
You're depending on a flashback episode.
World War II costuming is thebomb.com. Don't judge me.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Let's just get into the stuff that we liked. I actually liked a lot, a moderate amount of things.
I liked a lot. The pacing being the number one thing I like.
Yes, Teen Wolf pacing is back. Is basically my number one thing. I mean, I literally didn't have time to pee or breathe.
Yeah. I was trying to tweet in between while checking my bingo card while trying to figure out what the heck just happened on the screen. And I was like, whew. Now this is Teen Wolf. This is the reason I started with Teen Wolf, because the pilot did the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. Almost every villain gets their comeuppance. Damn you, Gerard.
Yeah. Well, he did get shot, so, there's that.
In the arm.
I know. It's like, Chris, come on.
I know
you can do better.
But come on.
At least wing him. Really? Come on.
In the shoulder.
Yeah.
Send that old man into shock and back to the old villain's retirement home, please.
Oh, yeah. I love the twists. There are so many twists in this. I was just like, what? Huh? What? Ooh. Starting with the cane pike, I was like, now that makes sense. I like that.
I liked all the double crosses. That was my favorite thing. I was like, crisscross.
Yeah. I love how, first off, I hate Deucalion still. I still think he should be dead, so that's not going away. But I love how Deucalion is just like to Theo, played you. And then like 10 seconds later, Gerard shoots him. He's like, oh, this isn't my day. And then 10 seconds after that, Argent's going to his dad, well, played you.
But the thing that I really like the most about Deucalion is how basically Deucalion gets Theo to do all the dirty work by cleaning up his Chimera pack, so we don't really have to worry about that many. It's just Corey and Hayden now, which we all saw coming anyway. Right,
and quite frankly, Screamer's gotta go. He's now more annoying than Liam and Mason put together.
That's saying a lot.
That's saying a lot. He's not Duke annoying yet, but he's creeping
like
up
baby
there.
Gerard.
Yes. He's just so annoying. Well, actually, we'll just get to that when we come to the negative part. All right. Speaking of, I like that all the steampunk scientists are dead now and hopefully will never appear on my screen again. Tracy is dead now. Yahoo! Douchey's already dead. If you had killed off Duke and Gerard, this might be my favorite episode ever. But you didn't. So, I just think it was good.
I liked, I liked Kira's saving the day. I mean, it's also something on my bad list, but it's like, oh, thank God they actually gave her something to do, and it was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. I'm all yay for that. That's on my list, and it's on my list high. I have no problem with her coming and saving the day. I think that's fantastic. I love everything Argent, of course, always. I love the pep talk he gives Parrish, even though I really wanted Parrish to die too. Mm-hmm. I loved his double cross of his dad. I adore him and his guns. Man, just give me a nice 10-minute montage of Argent shooting things up, and I will be happy.
I'm sure it's on YouTube somewhere.
I'm like, oh, I love you, man. You just keep shooting things. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you hit anything. Just shoot.
Oh, let's see. absolutely love that we made time for Sheriff Stilinski and Styles. I enjoyed that moment.
Mhm. I actually like most of the montage at the end. I really, really love how Teen Wolf doesn't try to end every single thing on a huge cliffhanger. It's just, it reminds me of Buffy. It works very well for the genre, and they always leave us in a happy place at the end. And I think that's important.
Definitely.
In the same scene, I really love how Styles tells Lydia about how Allison saved Scott. They did a very nice job of tying her in to this entire season.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Whereas it felt like in season 4, they tied her in season 4 also. I'm not saying that they didn't. I think they did it more than most of the fans give them credit for. But I think that season 4 had so many freaking new blonde teens that they didn't have time to really do her character justice. And it feels like this season, and particularly 5B, has been them trying to do Allison justice and letting everyone know that she was very important. Now, if it ends up being a catalyst for her coming back, I might scream and throw things, but I do like how it's done this season.
I totally agree. Like, don't judge me. There might have been one little perfect tear down my eye. I was like, she said his true love saved him. I hate you, Teen Wolf. You're so cheesy. Why am I have this tear in my eye?
I wasn't crying, but I was very happy they did that.
Yeah, definitely. And I absolutely, to add on to that, when Scott goes to look at the initials and then he looks down at the rest of the golden tree, I was just like, yes.
Oh, gives me little warm fuzzies inside.
That was like such a Buffy moment, like the kids in the library.
Uh-huh. Well, and it also reminded me of the end of season 3 where they do the same thing, and you've got, that great moment where Styles comes up to Scott as they're looking in the hallway, seeing all their friends alive, and, hanging out and smiling and doing things like regular teens do. And I think that this was a great touchstone to that moment as well, showing us that, yes, they can be ordinary teens when, big scary things aren't trying to kill them.
Or destroy the whole town.
Yeah. Or cheesy CGI monsters, whichever you choose.
Well, the budget's blown, so we don't have to worry about that next season. Let's see. I like the shootout with the Desert Wolf. I don't think that it deserved to be in the finale, but I was really liking the confrontation, and I like that Malia ended up on top because I've been very worried about Malia in this whole Desert Wolf thing. Because Shelley Hennig has been doing movies and things like that. It seems like she wants to move on as well. So I was just like, if y'all leave her in a puddle of blood dead, that's it. I'm flying. I will book the ticket.
I love the Desert Wolf fight. I love that it was in the finale. I wish that Labette had not been in the finale. I wish that the whole season had revolved around the Desert Wolf story instead of throwing in 6,000 other meaningless villains. So
yeah, that's the problem with the season. Again, it's like too many villains, and I don't think the Desert Wolf got. I don't know, like she's like I like the Desert Wolf, but it didn't feel as fleshed out. It was like, oh, let's give her 2 minutes every other episode, and hey, let's make the big culmination in the middle of the finale while Labette's here too. I'm just like, oh, team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that the Desert Wolf, it's the exact same argument I have for season 3A. You don't need to have an alpha pack and Duroc at the same time. In this one, you don't need to have Desert Wolf and Labette and Steampunk Scientists and Chimeras. It was definitely too much overload. So I do wish that they had planned out the season to be less chaotic and more fluid. But I do love everything about the Desert Wolf fight. I love there is one thing I hate about it, but we'll get to that later. But I love Styles walking in and just the look on his face going, oh man, terrible timing. And I wonder why he didn't call Malia first, and with Malia's phone not picking up, that should have been a big hint that, hey, maybe we need to talk to all the pack about this.
Or how
But
about we not send humans to do supernatural creature
yes,
business?
yes, that would work too. So,
Like send
but
Liam?
yeah, no kidding. But then we'd have Liam saving Malia, and I don't like that either. But unless it was that Liam died from the glass shard, then I would have been perfectly fine. But
Lace
anyway,
Wolfsbane.
yes. So I liked everything about that. And I also like that, Styles throws the claws, Malia takes the power, Brayden knocks her out. Everybody had a role to play in taking that woman down. And I think that is true about this finale and also the penultimate episode. Every single character, even as screwed up as the list of characters are right now, every single character had an important role to play. And that's hard to do in 42 minutes.
Mm-hmm. It is. That's why we always have to keep the pacing going. When the pacing's off, Teen Wolf is not at its finest. But when they ramp it up, they get stuff done, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I truly did like the happy ending montage. I just kind of miss Scott's voiceovers, or if just him being him and Styles. I feel like that really, like, I don't get me wrong, I love the Golden Trio, but at the end of the day, after all the things we've been through with Styles and Scott, I feel like it should have been more of them like kicking a lacrosse, like throwing the lacrosse ball, and Styles saying "You still got me" or something.
Well, I love Lydia, but I didn't need Lydia in the last scene. I needed, more importantly, I didn't need it to be a long drawn out Styles and Lydia talking about Allison thing. I needed that to have happened earlier or next season, either one. And I needed it to be the brothers walking through the hall or hanging out together. There wasn't enough Scott and Styles time, and that is true for all of season 5.
Blame this whatever that franchise movie he's in.
Maze Runner.
I was going to say Blade Runner.
No, that would be Harrison Ford.
Exactly. And they're rebooting that, so yeah.
That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, except that when he is, I could accept that as being the answer for him having less screen time, and he had less screen time this season. But that doesn't explain why his screen time wasn't with Scott.
Shipping!
Well, screw you shipping again.
Honestly, that is the answer. Because you're
screwing up my bro time, and I need my romance.
We need awkward stuff between him and Malia. Hey, we need to bait those Stydia shippers. We got to bring everybody back into the fold. And that's what happens.
I want my bromance, period. And if this is the last season, and it might be in season 6, they better bromance it to the max.
And honestly, and this is another thing that I liked, Styles felt lighter at the end of the season. Like, he had been really bogged down. And I feel like what his dad was saying to him, like, you want to feel that again. And then he even mentions, like, hey, I'm not as nervous about us, ending up in separate places because we have this special bond. So I really did appreciate that, too.
I do like lighter Styles. I think that whole conversation needed to not be in this season, though. Because it took away my bromance. Or say it to Scott. Is there any reason why Styles can't talk to Scott? Seriously.
Scott's dirt bike broke down, so he was late to school.
He was in the freaking library, which they were walking to.
He came in through the back way.
I don't care. I don't care who you ship. Personally, I like Styles and Malia together. But I'm okay with Styles and Lydia together as long as neither of those two relationships gets in the middle of my foundation. My brothers, they gotta have time.
See, that's why it's got to go back to a more season 1, season 2 vibe, because even at a certain point, Allison really was a secondary character, and they really did focus on Styles and Scott against the world, the supernatural world, as it were. So,
yeah, and I want that again.
Without the bowling.
For the bromance. Without bowling. No double dating, period. Actually, just nobody have a date. If you want to go screw each other, please do that and just talk about it. Do it during the commercial break. Please. I would be perfectly happy.
We always come back from the commercial break and the girls are buttoning up their shirts and the boys are zipping up their pants. That's what you're saying?
I'm fine with that, because then you're not taking up my time. and bring back my bromance. All right. Other things I like about this episode. I love when Theo barbecues Duke. I was like, oh, Theo, you're so screwed up. Keep going. Keep doing it. Kill him off. Go for it.
Speaking of Duke moments, I liked when he walked in after Theo had killed Tracy. And I was like, so if they did it, were you just going to be like a peeping Tom? Really, dude?
Oh, my goodness. He was just, I don't know. And my problem for him at that point was that when he said, and now there are none, I was like, that cannot be the end of Theo. If that's the end of Theo, I riot, because that is just so stupid of an ending. And then Theo came back, and I was like, okay. And then he came back again, and I was like, okay. And then he came back again. I'm like, die already, buddy. Just die.
You've worn your welcome out. Never mind.
You've gone through your 9 lives 10 times over. Let's move it. I also liked when Theo electrocutes Scott and Liam, drops Lydia and Venom Scott. I mean, if you're gonna go big. Go all out. And he really does. He makes me laugh. So I will miss having he's the Peter. I needed my Peter, and he kind of came in and took part of that place.
Okay. Favorite moment had to be Sheriff bringing in Lydia, not calling for a doctor, because we all know they're garbage. He calls straight for Melissa.
Who, of course, is working, because she's always working.
She works triple shifts, apparently.
I think she just pulls up a cot and lives there at this point. Scott,
I mean, her house is all shot
yeah.
up with bullets and wolfsbane and mountain ash. Why not stay at the hospital?
I mean, she basically has a supernatural hostel, so she needs a place for some just me time, and it's not going to be in the house. It might as well be in the hospital, where she's the only person who works. So if everything's quiet, there's nobody else in there. I liked. Oh, what else? I liked how I really loved the twist of Duke playing Theo. Not so much that he's with Scott. I thought the eye thing was pretty cool, but I really, really love that those claws would have worked, and he talks Theo out of it after talking Hayden out of it. It's like, massive manipulation here. I like that.
I absolutely love when Theo fails to get the beast power and the look on his face. He's just like, no, I was so close. After that snide little remark to Scott after he did what he did, he's like, you know that's real power. Like, oh, Theo.
He was just gonna die. It was like, okay, I don't even get it. I like the ending for Theo, by the way. I thought it was perfect that his sister takes him. It's like, oh, that's about as justice as you can get.
That's about all that I like. You can continue.
All right. I liked the Labette and Sheriff confrontation, not because it made any sense at all. I mean, at all. Not because anything really truly happened there besides, Lydia getting slaughtered, but because of the facial expressions on Lyndon Ashby's face. I just look at that one, and I sometimes, I actually turn the sound off. I just looked. I was like, you're awesome, dude. You're just awesome. I love that Plan A never works. They say Plan A never works, and then Plan A works. What the heck?
They broke their Winchester streak.
I was like, oh, that's awesome. It finally worked. Of course, you didn't actually do it first, so Plan A came after what? Plan E? But okay. I love Kira breaking out Lydia and the fact that Kira is not dead. Oh, I love, love, love that they didn't kill off Kira, which I was worried. I was actually more worried about her than Malia. Mostly because I knew that Shelley Henning was coming back for season 6. So I love Argent turning on Grandpa Evil and basically saying, I knew you were going to suck this up for your own glory. Here you go, Scott. go. And I love when they both have the guns on each other. Hated the gunshot, hearing it. Love that they didn't leave us hanging on that at the end.
Yes. I also love that they didn't leave us hanging with the Brayden thing. I like that she got up enough to, make it seem like she'd be okay to knock out the Desert Wolf.
Yes. They do a good job of not leaving us worried about the characters. And I think that's important. I know a lot of people think that a good cliffhanger is important for a show, but too many good cliffhangers and you just get tired of it. I mean, let's face it. Let's put one of the Winchesters in danger. Oh no, they're dead. Oh no, they're
really
disappeared. Oh no, they're, and everyone's like yeah, whatever. What's going
until
on?
season 22, for God's sake.
Yeah, it's like whatever. So I like how they don't even play that here. And I think it's important because, one, they're in high school. I don't want to be worried about some high schooler bleeding out on a cold floor somewhere. But I just thought it was very well done. And those are pretty much my favorite things.
Okay. Let's talk about the lowlights. And it's not even in my top 5, but can I just talk about these damn CGI backdrops? Like, really? Really, Teen Wolf? Did you have to reshoot? Like, what? Was that like my Windows 10 screensaver in the background in the desert? Like, oh my God, that was so terrible.
I think you weren't supposed to notice it because the plot was moving so fast.
Well, they sure did almost super slow-mo those suckers down. It's like, you're using too much light. You haven't rendered correctly here. It was painful. My timeline blew up and Reddit blew up about those damn CGI backdrops.
That's kind of funny because it didn't affect me one bit. I'm like, okay, whatever. All right. I'm going to go with the ones that are actually in my question mark before I go into my full-on negatives.
Burning questions. Let's hear them.
Not even burning questions. Just, what the heck? Okay. Smart Scott has a plan. Yay! Doesn't share that plan with the group until the end. Who are you, Derek Hale? What?
Yes.
What is up with that? I am not a fan of these guys keeping secrets from each other, whether they're good secrets or bad secrets, because we have already done that. That was called 5A, and it sucked. So, can we please not have secrets anymore? And seriously, if you think you have a plan, I'm sorry, Scott. I think you're cute. I think you're a fantastic moral person, but you're not the brains of this operation. So, could you please share with the class so that if, maybe that's not going to work, somebody else can kind of talk you through it too? I'm happy that they're making Scott the leader. I don't need him to be the leader that is Derek leader. Because Derek
3.
Yeah, Derek sucked as a leader in some areas, and this is one of them. So, not excited about that.
Really? Lydia's just off in the desert, and she's not even graduating high school.
Kira?
Who did I say?
Lydia.
Oh, yeah, Kira. Sorry. I just can't even. I'm just tired of what they're doing with the character of Kira.
I don't particularly care for how they're treating either. I'm not particularly happy with how they're treating Kira as a character or Arden as fandom. Both need to stop now. Seriously, people, if you can't tell the difference between a character and an actor, you need to be off social media. Period.
Oh no, are people giving Arden a hard time?
Yes.
Oh no.
And that sucks, and that is not the kind of fandom that I want to be associated with at all.
When did we turn into bullies? Teen Wolf fandom used to be, for the most part, outside some
shipping.
Well, that was like the scary part of the fandom back in the day. They've mellowed out, surprisingly.
Oh, I don't know. I think all the shipping part is still pretty much at each other's throat, but seriously, you don't have to like a character. Can't hate on an actor. Same thing goes for, Theo. So.
Yeah. That's a bummer.
Yeah. All right, I do not need Desert Wolf to have a villain monologue in this one. Seriously, she couldn't villain monologue in the last one. I mean, all we did was talk in the last one anyway. So that was your moment, honey. Shine. Tell us all about your whining baby problems. But not in the finale. We don't have time for that mess.
But isn't the biggest question mark why Talia Hale didn't take her memories too?
I want to say that it's because she left before she could. I don't think she could take her memories while she was still pregnant. I think that would have been an operational nightmare.
Cut the
So,
baby out.
yeah. So I think that, and my general thought is that the Desert Wolf fled pretty much right after the birth, possibly because she knew that Talia had taken Peter's memories. She didn't want it to happen to her too. I don't know. I think Talia overreached, but I really think that, where coyotes need to have protection as well. Seriously. Contraceptives, not a new term.
Why do they have to keep hurting Lydia?
Lydia, the whole freaking cast. Argent is the only person who did not bleed in this episode.
I was okay with Parrish bleeding though. Let's just clarify that. No, Corey didn't bleed because he was a coward. He was only there to catch Mason.
Corey is not an actual character in this episode. Corey is the invisible man who I would really hope nobody cares about at this point because
people love him and Mason. And I'm like, why? He's a coward.
He is a complete coward. He watched as Labette tried to kill everybody in the room, and he just watched. Seriously, I hope you die. Get off my screen. I have no time for your little invisibility, scaredy cat, whatever impression. You suck, and I don't like you at all. I think I like Mason. Well, I definitely like Mason better than you. I think I might like Liam better than you at this point. Go away. That's in my negatives part, by the way.
Sorry. Like, that really did bother me. Like, he just showed up out of nowhere, and I'm like, what?
Oh, my goodness. It was just terrible. How anybody could think that was a romantic or exciting scene, I just don't understand it. He sucked through this episode because he watched his friends bleed and die and almost die, and try to fight to save everyone, and he stood against a wall like, I can't even think of a name bad enough for how I felt about him. Ugh. Leave Beacon Hills. Leave now. You can't handle Beacon Hills. Ugh. All right. I am not a fan of the Alpha Nazi werewolf subplot. I don't even know where this is going. But seriously, didn't we already do World War II? I think we did. What are we going to have now? 600 blonde Nazi teens? I can't see this going anywhere that hasn't been done before and isn't going to be completely lame.
I don't know. I'd like to see an actual functioning evil alpha werewolf succeed a little bit. Just to know what a successful werewolf looks like.
Well, we had Deucalion for 3A for that.
He wasn't really that successful, though.
He
got taken out by Scott, for God's sakes. Are we really going to...
Do you honestly think that Alpha Nazi's not going to get taken out by Scott?
I know he's not.
Come on.
I know that's not the case. I'm just saying.
Come on. Yeah. I don't need to see a little Nazi pack forming. And we've already done werewolves to death. Can we get someone like a Kanema again? Something cool.
I don't think we've done werewolves enough because everything's so damn wonky. Like, I just want to give them the chance to get it right once.
We did werewolves in season 1. We did werewolves in season 2. We did werewolves in season 3A.
It's called Teen Wolf.
Yeah, but
and
we're
I've
always
yet to be
werewolves.
wowed by the wolves is all that I'm saying. This is their last chance for that.
If we're going to end the season, I would rather end on something other than Nazis.
It had to be Nazis.
Really? That's just lame.
I hear you where you're coming from that, but just the fact that he's at Alpha, where I just want to see what they do with that because they kind of did screw the pooch with Duke, and they have learned from a few of their lessons. So
I don't know.
anyway,
I'm still on my mediocre ones.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, Marcel is a steampunk scientist, huh? Huh? What? Why? What? Why would Marcel want to have Sebastian back again? Because the last I checked in that terribly boring flashback episode, he was telling Marie-Jeanne that about her brother so that she could kill him, but now Marcel wants him to live forever, and he tried to live forever just to bring Sebastian back, and Sebastian killed all the other steampunk scientists. None of this makes any sense to me.
Welcome to Beacon Hills.
It's just, I mean, I like that there was a twist about it, but that twist didn't make any lick of sense. I just don't get it.
Well, that and like, then who the hell were the other two?
Yeah, I mean, was it the constable guy and
A zombie? I don't know.
it's just none of it makes any sense. The steampunk scientist started wonky and ended completely just what?
That
Huh?
flannel.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, they are the worst villains we've ever had because they still have no motive. No motive that makes sense. They wanted to bring this guy back so that he could kill them all? What? Huh? I don't get it.
Nobody else did either. I have not heard a successful fan wank for anything Dread Doctor related.
Yeah, I just can't do. And they're not only were they make no sense, but they were around for 2 parts. They were on forever, and they still didn't make any sense. So they did not pay off at all. And now I'm into my negatives.
Preaching to the choir. Okay, my biggest, like, if we're talking like, Hayden is a natural werewolf and part of Scott's pack now.
Hayden Beta. Only thing worse, Liam Beta. Oh my goodness, that sucks. That is the single worst part of this entire episode. Nothing good comes from this.
Except for maybe the Calaveras come back and shoot her in the head.
Well, then they'd be shooting Scott in the head, too. Which, it is
for making this decision.
So.
I'm very upset with Scott.
Yeah.
I get it was to save her life and, finally she could give consent and stuff like that, but...
Was it really to save her life? Because she seemed to be doing just fine.
That's what they tried to make it seem like, and I'm just like, sure.
I think...
anything to have another ethnically ambiguous chick around, I guess.
No, anything to keep Layden going.
Ugh, shudders.
Just So if we're going to do that, then I'm going to add Lydia saves Mason, even though we were told every single episode that he could not be saved. Of course, she saves him. Blah, blah, blah.
Scott listening to Kira's voicemails, even though we heard it in the previous episode.
I have that too. As a matter of fact, I said bad cell reception means we hear Kira's awkward voicemail again. And Scott has absolutely zero facial expressions while listening to it. What the heck was that acting? I mean, nothing.
And can we just talk about the length of the voicemails? My voicemail lets people talk for 45 seconds, not 16 and 11 seconds.
Yes, I agree. That doesn't make any sense either. All right. Everything about the awkward voicemail scene was bad in both episodes. And the fact that it's inspiring Scott to go on so he can inspire Liam to go on so they can inspire Mama McCall to break the law. So,
again,
I'm like, ugh, just ugh. I don't need this. All right. Here's another huge problem for me. Every single main character in this episode, except Argent, bleeds at some point, and yet all are perfectly fine by the end of it. No scars, no twinging. Styles is lifting his arm up like he never was impaled. Lydia, I don't even think has a scratch on her at this point. Come on, people. I know this is Teen Wolf, but that doesn't mean that there's some major miracle hospital thing going on there. If that is true, then I understand why people actually go to Beacon Hills. If you don't die there, you're miraculously healed.
I'm sure that's going to come up next season.
Oh my goodness.
And that's why the Nazi werewolf, alpha werewolf, is going to wreak havoc because he's trying to perfect the formula for perfect super Nazi soldiers.
I just don't understand why they're never allowed to have. The only person who's ever been allowed to have scars from something that's happened in this show is Brayden.
Because she's a recurring and not a main. Pretty people on the screen all the time can't have scars, and we don't have time to sit in makeup for werewolf makeup, let alone scar makeup.
Oh, well, all I know is that they get a pass for saying that at least some time has gone by, but obviously not a lot of time has gone by because, Styles has to explain the Allison thing to Lydia. So I really do think that, maybe they should have been a little beat up at the end of this. You can still have hope and, have bruising at the same time.
I think a little nitpick head scratcher, I don't know even, why we broke this tradition, but the big fight didn't happen on a full moon?
Yeah, I know. It happened right before the full moon. It was a shocker. It was one of those big twists.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was shocked. Mm-hmm. Why is it that all of a sudden Brayden can't shoot? I mean, really. The woman is the second best marksman on the entire show, and all of a sudden she can't shoot somebody who is right in front of her? Really? Yeah.
Maybe she got shot before she got shot the second time that we saw.
I don't know. I think it's called Ye Old Plight Device.
Plot bunny.
It was just sad. And I'll add on to that. Malia is the most passive I have ever seen her. She is literally staying upstairs. Why is that? I don't even know.
Well, no, I kind of get it. It's, what they tried to set it up is that, she's in Scott's pack. She doesn't want to be, she wanted to kill her mom and now she doesn't, but now she kind of has no choice and she's just, doesn't know what to do. And also there's a shootout downstairs, Crossfire. And, some people just aren't good decision makers.
Malia has never been passive in a fight ever before. I mean, she jumps in even when it's a dumb move to do. So to have her passive in the fight about her didn't sit well for me.
Everybody's always out of character sometimes, Dawn.
In the finale, no.
Really?
I do not want a passive Malia in the finale, period.
Yeah.
And the fact that she only gets really seriously involved when Styles is there, that doesn't fly with me either. Brayden is just as human as Styles is.
But she can also defend herself a little better. At least she knows
how
to use a gun.
When she can shoot and when she's not shot. I don't know. That was just not
shipper bait.
Not good for me.
That, you just have to take that for what it is. Shipper bait, and it sucks. Okay. I just don't get how Kira got there and back so quickly and learned such a cool move from the Skinwalkers. And, why the Skinwalkers did another deal with her. That's the only thing that I really don't understand about the situation.
I don't understand how she got there and back, except if she wasn't at the same place. Why would they have to always be at that place, by the way? Because they obviously can go elsewhere. And as far as the move, all she did was slam her sword down. So I think that was just the signal to say, okay, he's right here. Come get him. But the timing, yeah, that's all.
And does she have Banshee LoJack or something? Because everybody needs that apparently. They need like the pack LoJack. They all need to be embedded with microchips at this point.
I agree with that 100%. But I'm going to go with she actually has wear senses that work because Lydia's screaming pretty loud and she's banging on things. So I'm going to say that she could hear her.
Okay.
So apparently better than any of the werewolves can hear on the show.
And a hellhound.
Yes, very much so. All right, we already talked about how Hayden's sister sucks. So seriously, that was just dumb. I don't like that Mason's knowledge lets Labette drive a car. Because the whole thing was about how Sebastian had to remember himself. And when he remembered himself, all of Mason would be gone. And suddenly he's just channeling his inner Mason for all this info. Mason's not even there, and he's the holder of crucial information.
And he magically fits his clothes?
He didn't fit his clothes. He fit the guy he killed's clothes.
Oh, okay, because it kind of looked like what Mason had on the day before. Or the 2 episodes ago. Okay.
Yeah, it was the guy that
in the BMW.
It was the somewhat naked guy that they panned in on, and I'm going, why are they panning in on him? And then they show Sebastian, and I was like, oh, okay. Some random dude shirtless? What is this?
It is Teen Wolf, though.
It's a finale, and it's not at cinema. But yeah, that bugged me on a canon level and on a character level because I'm so tired of Mason being the keeper of the knowledge in order to try and make him relevant at all.
He's gonna be Liam's emissary, just like Styles is technically kind of sort of Scott's emissary. Mm-hmm. Since Deaton doesn't want to step up and do his damn job.
Because Deaton sucks as a supernatural
advisor.
Yeah, it just sucks. Period. All right, you have other stuff? Because I got other stuff.
Oh yeah. Like, why is Styles with Deaton talking about the vanishing twin? Like, we already been there, done that. Don't need to hear it again.
Yeah, we recapped the least interesting part of this, of what happened last week, and there was a lot of least interesting last week.
Why are you not with Scott? What is this?
Yes! I'm starting to think there's a rift between my 3 favorite cast members. And like, why can't any of you ever be on screen together? Oh. I hate Theo's kiss and kill. Seriously? Really? Oh, come on. That's bad just for Theo. I like Theo. Theo's usually manipulative and surprising, and that was just sad.
That was the thirst trap come to fruition. Tracy shouldn't have fell for it.
Ugh. It was dumb. Really? Theo?
You know, Teen Wolf's just getting really squicky with their sex scenes.
Yes. Yeah. It's like, ooh, let's make out so I can kill you. Let's make out when there's a rampaging, demon wolf on the loose trying to kill our friends.
I was like, what is this? A C-list 80s horror movie? Are you at Camp Crystal? Really?
Have sex, die. And you know what? If that really truly happened, I would be actually better off with this show. Liam and Hayden have sex. Die! Oh, but no, it's just blech.
Okay, really, I mean, like, I get it. Like, I like it. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's another convenient plot point. It's convenient. Marie Jean Valet looks just like Allison, and the Labette puts his claws, and that saves Scott. Like, I like it, but at the same time, it was just like, I don't think that was like a big enough reason. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I like that Allison was a hero, even dead, but logically, it gives you pause, just a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that Liam faints. Seriously.
And that Scott rushes to his side. Like, Lydia's in pain. Take her pain away, Scott. What are you doing?
No kidding. What is up with that? Shouldn't it have been Scott holding her hand too? I mean, Scott is the one that could have taken that pain away as she was feeling it, but no, we have to make it into a shipping thing because
Shipper days.
heaven help us if the shippers aren't happy. Seriously?
What about the people that
Ridiculous.
ship freaking Scott and Lydia? We suffer too.
What about the people who just want their bromance back?
We suffer too.
They're the foundation, darn it! It's like the Winchesters, Dean and Sam, together, foundation. Everybody else is superfluous. What is up with this? Scott, Styles, foundation. Everybody else is just, wall candy.
Well, they're just kind of desperate for ratings because the ratings were kind of low this week. Well, for this episode.
Well, it has been since they moved to Tuesday
Yeah.
for stuff. So, but it's don't put your shipper stuff in place of my logic stuff. If your shipper stuff and my logic stuff coincide, fabulous. But logic should win every time. Just saying.
Don't you know this is TV?
I know it's TV. Stop with the sucky shipping stuff.
That's the hot new thing, especially this season. A lot of shows are suffering from it.
I don't like logic issues. And I don't like Liam fainting. And not just because it made no sense for the plot. It is absolutely 100% not anything we've seen from Liam before, but because, again, they're trying to make Liam Styles 2.0. And we still have a Styles. So can we just keep him? Ugh.
Shout out to the real villain of this season, Holes, apparently. Who knew?
That's funny. I am not a fan of Sebastian, period. Any part of Sebastian doesn't make any sense to me. Nothing about him makes any sense to me. It was a stupid plot point. We didn't even kill off Mason, so what was the point?
Did the Hellhound really do anything?
He held the smoke.
Like, couldn't we have just got like a vaporizer or something, or a humidifier for that?
I'm thinking they needed a Ghostbuster trap box.
Slimer, something.
Suck him in with a big old vacuum cleaner.
He was pretty useless during all the fights, and I'm just like, he could have left. I think we would have been all right.
Yeah. Scott could have thrown the thing at it anyway. I don't know. I actually, one of the things that I dislike most about this episode is that all of the main characters are still there. This should have been a cleansing period. Out with the new, in with the old. Period. We should have gotten rid of a whole bunch of people. But, like, season 3A, we got rid of people. And then season 4, they brought in all these horrible people to, I don't know why still. But then we got rid of all of them. Season 5, we didn't get rid of hardly anybody. Kill them off. Kill them all. You need a smaller cast anyway.
Oh my God, you sound like George R.R. Martin.
Well, all I'm saying is the cast is too big. We need to cull this cast so that everybody can actually have screen time. This was the perfect time to do it because you built up this monster like it was going to kill everybody. And really, did it actually succeed in basically anything? No, not really.
That's my other little gripe is that I don't get it. What did the Labette storyline bring other than the return of Crystal Reed?
See, if it had made sense for the steampunk scientists to really have this creature, then maybe it would have made sense that this creature existed, period. But mostly it was just to bring on yet another villain, and we already had plenty of them.
Like, the Chimera Pack was actually, even though, say what you want, they were, and Theo was just infinitely more interesting than Labette and the Dread Doctors. And then they kind of ruined his motivation as well, so it was just like, ugh.
Yeah. See, they should have killed off the steampunk scientists in the first half, period. And let the Chimeras and Desert Wolf be the big thing in the second one.
Yep.
Yeah. They're trying to put too much stuff in, and all it does is make everything watered down.
Well, it was. You also have to kind of take into account that this was supposed to be the last season. They found out about halfway through 5A, but they did want to pay like all these homages to all the other seasons and stuff like that. So I kind of understand that. But once you knew, you should have kind of recalibrated, and I feel like they didn't recalibrate for that.
Well, if this had been the final season, I would have been highly disappointed with the villains of the season, because the single most interesting person that is new to this season is Theo. And he could have been plenty on his own.
And honestly, if that was really the case, I could have forgave the really bad CGI at the end. Like, oh, we had to reshoot this now, so yeah. But that's not the case. I just don't understand it. Other than that, the budget was blown somehow on the bet.
I don't even know what's going on. All I know is that I'm glad there's another season, and I hope that they kill off all the new people.
Oh, they're not gonna kill them off, but I hope that we get a focus back on the Golden Trio and more specifically the bromance and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that I really want.
Yep, me too.
So
I want Teen Wolf 6 to be Supernatural 11.
Oh, a return to form. Okay.
Yep. I do. All right. I really, really, really hate that Malia throws Styles in the house instead of out of it. Come on, honey.
And almost snaps his neck in the process.
It's like, come on, baby. Inside the house is dangerous. Braden's not even inside the house. Outside the house is safe. Styles is the least able to protect himself out of everybody in this entire cast, and there's a lot of them. So can we please just throw the short, pale, skinny human out of the house?
Sarcasm is not going to be a good defense for anything that's going on in that house.
No. So that you can actually fight the, evil person who's in the house instead of cowering upstairs. That just bugged me.
Go ahead.
Okay. I have one more, and it's where you and I differ. I do not like that Styles doesn't care about where they all end up. I don't like that at all. I think it's out of character. I think it's badly timed in the episode. And I think that it leads me to believe that the characters are going to be going their separate ways at the end. And I'm not a fan of that. At all.
I think they actually have something up their sleeves, and they're gonna pull like a One Tree Hill, and like maybe like the last 2 episodes, they're gonna pull like a 5-year flash forward where we see where everybody ends up, and they are still in Beacon Hills, kind of saving their hometown in their own little way or whatever.
So Styles is the sheriff now.
Well, assistant deputy sheriff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because sheriff can't go anywhere unless he's on his honeymoon with Melissa.
Exactly. So. Well, no, Mama Martin. Let's just be real.
I don't care who it is. I don't care about any of these things as far as shipping goes. But I do think that if they did that, they could only do that knowing that there would not be a season 7.
Exactly.
I don't think that's going to happen, because I honestly believe that the people I'm interested in are going to graduate and leave behind all the sucky people I don't care about. And that means that I get no resolution on the people that I care about.
I think they're going to give us resolution. I really do. But if they're going to be a season 7, like they're going to give us our resolution on our characters, the older characters, and then they can just go full throttle with their Teen Wolf 2.0 thing.
You are more optimistic than I.
I am, because we're getting new showrunners and stuff, so. Well, not new
and
showrunner,
that typically means they suck.
Always,
and don't know the character. As if they've never seen the characters before. Carver.
Well, no, these people are the people that are the 2 people that I saw mentioned. They seem pretty good about those things. So I have high hopes. That's all that I can say.
Give me my bromance, I follow you. Take my bromance away, I'll pretend like you're dead to me.
Okay, let's get to some episode awards or listener feedback. What do you want to do first?
Let's do episode awards first.
Okay. So let's start off with who or what was your MVP of this episode?
Have two, actually. The action was phenomenal. For all the action we didn't have last episode, we had it like tenfold in this one. It was great, loved it. And I also loved the music in this one. I thought they did some really cool stuff with the music, and the Fight Till the End song, I had not heard that song before. That song rocks.
It's
I love that
almost
song.
as good as Kids by Mickey Echo. Almost.
Yes, that was good too. So, yeah, I just thought that the music was really spot on and that they did a great job with that. But if I had to choose between the two, it would probably be action.
I'm gonna have to give it to the pacing. Like I said, I hardly had time to breathe, and I definitely didn't have time to pee. And even in the rewatch, I was still really invested, which is always a good sign.
Hmm. Actually, the pacing is part of my best reason to watch.
Let's see. Who was
With
your
the twist.
with the twist? Oh God, who was your favorite character?
Ooh, I didn't write that one down. My favorite character was Argent.
I could see that.
He's the only one that I didn't. He's the only one that I loved every single thing that he did.
I'm gonna go with Theo because he got his comeuppance. Like he got it like 3 or 4 different times, and he kept coming back. And then
And I love how he
he
keeps
got to hell.
warning.
Like that's so apropos by his sister.
He got all those warnings too, and he was just like, "Yeah, whatever. You don't know what you're talking about." Oh, yeah, I really liked Theo as a villain. I think he was one of the better villains that Teen Wolf has ever had.
And he was also kind of sort of personal to Scott and the pack in general. So I kind of like that too.
Well, and he screwed them all over, and it doesn't get more personal than that. And more importantly, he screwed them all over and expected them to still work with him.
Narcissistic use, man.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Oh, best character interactions.
Man, I didn't write that down. I thought I was doing so well here, and apparently I did all different kinds of things. Okay,
We'll get to you. We'll get to your special awards in just a second. Best character interactions. This is tough, but I'm gonna have to go with Argent and Gerard, where he's like, I knew you were gonna pull this crap. Go on, Scott, get out of here, scoot. I got this. And then also when he was stitching up his pops and just gave him the crappy look, I'm just gonna leave you here.
That was awesome. That was really awesome. Yeah, I don't think there was because all of the interactions were so quick and they flipped around so often that I'm not sure that there was a character interaction that stuck out to me. I'm going to go with Scott and Allison.
Oh, Duke and Theo were really good too. I thought Duke was just giving Theo the business. Like, you don't even know what's coming, kid.
That might actually be it. If I could ever vote for something positively for Duke, then that might be it.
Oh, let's go with favorite scene.
2. Desert Wolf fight and the ending in the library.
I like the ending in the library, definitely. But I think what edges that out slightly is what was it? It was when Styles goes to visit Lydia in the hospital and she's like still so concerned. She's like, "Did you guys find an answer?" And Styles was like, "Yeah, it's you."
I had problems with that.
The music was really great. The ambiance was really great in it. It was just like, oh, at least Lydia is actually important.
That's true. I would say Theo being dragged to hell would be the the next one for me.
Yeah.
That was just awesome.
Just keep that GIF on repeat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's talk lines.
My favorite line is Desert Wolf, I want my power back. Malia, I want my family back.
Uh, let me see.
I didn't think there were a whole lot of great lines in this, but it didn't matter because it was all action, so there wasn't all that talking. Whereas last episode, it was all talking, no action.
I know like this is a Liam line, so you can roll your eyes all you want, but I like when Scott's like, Liam, wait, we can still save Mason, and Liam's like, but wait, but who's gonna save you? And I just wanted Styles to step out of the shadows, like, it's me, not you, Liam.
Yeah, I didn't like that line. And exactly for that reason.
I just like how Scott's adamant about saving everybody. That's my favorite thing about my Scott McCall.
Yeah, I agree. I would say my second favorite line, Styles. Okay, is it plan B? Scott, it was plan A. Styles, plan A never works. Scott, this one will. He was confident. It was cute. It reminds me of something that I say every time they say plan A. So I like that. I also liked Scott. Hayden, we can still take you to the hospital. Hayden, I've already died there once. Is that not a genre kind of statement or what?
It really is.
Every genre show. Yeah, no, I already died there. Gotta go somewhere else.
Yeah. Favorite moment.
This one is definite for me. Sticks out better than anything else. And that is Lydia and Malia joining arms and walking into the school, very similar to the way that Lydia and Allison used to.
I like that one.
Yeah, it was just so sweet and so touching. And it gives me hope that when Styles and Lydia start hooking up, because they're going to in the next episode or next season, that maybe we won't get a girl fight thing going on, but that these two can actually still be friends and, you know, hopefully real assets to each other.
Yeah, let's hope for that.
That is my optimism going through.
Out of everything, that's the least realistic for TV tropes.
I cannot take a love triangle. I don't want a love triangle.
Hopefully we'll have more to deal with than a love triangle. I think I like that moment definitely. I love where Styles and Scott are patting each other in the library.
Mm-hmm.
But I absolutely love when Sheriff is like, welcome to your new career in law enforcement, because we all knew it was going to happen. And I like that this whole thing has been leading to that, and it just makes sense. But I actually want to work in a real police department, not be a sheriff. I want him to be a detective.
I would like that too, provided that, you know, he has his... basically, I wanted to be Angel.
Yes, a detective agency?
Yes.
That would actually make the most sense.
It would then allow us to have the other characters that I really like to still be important and not with the youngins. So, yeah, I like that. Spinoff is better than... Yep, spinoff is better than dragging it on.
Styles werewolves. Styles creatures features.
If you've got claws, we can help.
Malia is pretty much like Anya, to be really serious. Anyway.
And in all honesty, Lydia and Cordy had a pretty similar arc too.
Exactly.
So, just saying.
So, do you have any special little things before we get to the grade?
I do. They're just not all that exciting, and they're not that snarky. I feel like I'm letting myself down. So, all right. My biggest what the heck is still, why in the world would Marcel want to bring Sebastian back? Seriously, no idea. Biggest ho-hum. Like Scott the Berserker before him, we see Mason as Lebet for so short a time that it's just like a side note. Really? Okay, whatever. Most irksome. Hayden becomes Scott's beta. The maybe they are competent after all award. Given to Beacon Hills Memorial Hospital, because I've given it a lot of flack over the years, but if Styles and Lydia are any way to judge, they must be more than competent. Lydia has her throat slashed, Styles is stabbed near the heart with a huge piece of glass, yet they're both fine and studying at school with zero sign of trauma or discomfort afterwards. And so that must be some magical healing. I'm guessing season 6 plot twist, Hot Doc is a witch. That's my guess. But the Say What Award falls to the single worst piece of canon since Super Werewolf because you drank out of the footprint. So, according to this brand new wonky werewolf canon, every single time Lydia said Scott's name when he was in werewolf form, it should have turned him human again? How does that work exactly?
Crickets.
It just doesn't make any sense. So now every time Lydia speaks when they're in werewolf form, suddenly instant not a werewolf? You know what, to be totally honest, I say they all go that direction because their life would be so much better if they weren't werewolves. And if we're really going this way, then congratulations. Hayden, you're healed. Lydia, say Hayden.
Hayden.
Say Liam. Say, get the heck out of Beacon Hills. This is so wonky that it's
well, isn't that what she kind of did with Jackson, though? I thought that was the allusion to that.
Jackson came out because of the key. Because he was remembering the key and what significance it meant. And then she was declaring her undying love to him until, the next season when she was screwing the alpha werewolf. Just saying.
Can't keep a cookie down, man.
There's some big questions in this one, but wonky canon, not wonky canon as in, wow, that wasn't canon 2 episodes ago kind of wonky canon, because they're just brilliant pros at that. But adding in new canon that makes absolutely zero sense, that has been a theme in season 5B. It's, I'm telling you, the next time she yells somebody's name in the middle of a big werewolf fight, I expect to see them go human and apparently die in that fight because that would be the worst time in which to do it.
Oh, messy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it bothers me more than the Mason became a 200-year-old French guy thing.
With the modern day haircut.
Yes.
Oh, no show can have a good flashback wig, I swear. It's like a curse.
I think the problem is flashback wig. Period.
Flashbacks are bad.
Arrow, Teen Wolf. Yeah. We just need to.
Actually, I take that back. The originals know how to do a good flashback.
Okay.
I think my award is way to use your mom voice for Lydia when she calls Mason. I wanted her to say his whole name at that point.
Me too.
Mason, whatever your middle name is, Hewitt, you get out of that shadow wolf right now.
Oh my goodness, I totally messed up my awards because I made that into a tweet and that would have been a great award. I totally forgot it. Ugh.
Oh, the way when you're watching it in GIF form, it totally looks like she's an angry mom. I just couldn't.
Yeah, mine was that, I would hate to be her kids because everyone in the whole neighborhood's going to know when you screwed up.
It's like, ooh.
It'd be like one of those, 1920s Brooklyn setting shows. And the mom's yelling out the window, and the whole neighborhood's like, you're in trouble, man.
Oh, that's pretty much the only one that I came up with for this one, but
it's hard to come up with snarky stuff in this one.
It is, definitely.
Too much plot.
Let's talk about the grade.
All right. I gave it a B+ because it was an A- the first time I saw it. Loved riding that pacing high. all the logic stuff just washed right over. And then I watched it again, and the logic came back, and it knocked it down a little bit. But I still thought it was pretty good. I think the Teen Wolf does finales very well. They're always entertaining. They're always on the edge of your seat. And quite frankly, I watch for entertainment. So kudos to you. You did it again. Made me sleep through the penultimate, but you rocked the finale.
I'm gonna give this a B as in boy minus. I was on the border. Like I loved the pacing and the action, but like I just have so many questions about why they did what they did, and at this point, it's like a cumulative effect, and I'm just like, and Mason's still alive, and Liam's still there, and Hayden's not dead, and I'm just like, I wanted to cleanse. I thought that this was going to be a cleansing season, so I was just a little disappointed by that. I'm sure if you ask me, probably next week it'd be a B or B plus, but
yeah, they need to cull the herd. Period. The herd is too big. Time to start killing them off, or sending them off. You know, I heard that Europe's looking for some good werewolves. And Hot Doc obviously has enough money, so I think Liam goes to boarding school and takes his girlfriend with him.
Oh, one could only dream. Oh, but
his bestie. His bestie's boyfriend. Hot Doc, you can just scholarship the whole freaking lacrosse team. Go for it.
Oh, I was trolling through some old interviews, and I found out something about Danny because I saw an email. Somebody asked me, did I know what happened to Danny? So I went looking, and apparently he graduated.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
According to Jeff, yes.
Well, that's good and fine, but could you tell us where he went?
Exactly.
Because, you know, we dropped Cora off in South America. We dropped Jackson and Isaac off in Europe. So, Danny go to Asia? Did he go to Australia? You know, is he hanging out in Africa? You know, where is he? And why can't he? And does he not own a phone? Because seriously. Hey, Danny, we're having some computer issues. Can you talk me through it over the phone? I'd be good with that.
Or it could be like The Prettiest Captain, where it's a running gag of every Saturday they Skype with Derek.
I didn't realize they did that. Okay.
That's like one of my favorite running gags in all of the reviews that I read. But yeah, let's get into some listener feedback.
All right. I did scroll through the tweets this time. Again, most people seem to be having the same tweeting problem as I did, which was, I can't tweet that fast. But here are my favorites on there. This was from @Argent's Valet. Rest in peace, Tracy. Again. I am right there with you. Cody Christian, who plays Theo, did an excellent job of being gracious, even though some people were really sucky to him. And he said, tonight, the MTV Teen Wolf Season 5 finale, been an unforgettable experience. Some of you hate this character. Some of you thoroughly enjoyed him. I just want to say that it's been an honor being a part of this show, portraying this character, and being involved with all you awesome fans. Thank you for all the support. It truly meant the world. I'll see you all tonight. You are awesome and very classy. Nice job, Cody Christian. Nice job. @Levi Corpus NVBL said, my biggest question after tonight is, who the heck are Sammy and Stevie? And when did Malia get other friends?
I'm like, why doesn't she have a group chat? Like, that's the thing the kids do. And I'm like, just one big group chat. Help me!
I didn't even notice it until I was looking at the recaps, and I'm like, you are so right. When did she get friends? and can we see those friends? Because, you know, if we're going to pull in all these people I don't care about, why not pull in them too? At least then I'd get Malia. The snarkiest one and the most pointed one I saw was at Wicked Styles without the vowels, 24, who said, friendly reminder, these three exist, are mains, and play a valuable role on Teen Wolf. And then there's a picture of Scott, Kira, and Malia. I was like, okay. @Girl Behind the Sass says, Mommy and me hide and go seek. Teen Wolf edition. That one cracked me up. At Marino Media, who is my bingo partner, she said, I need people to die. I quite enjoy when people die. This probably says something horrible about me, but not my babes. I needed people to die too, so right there with you. Too bad they didn't. At Talkin' Teen Wolf, or at Talkin' TW, it says, Deucalion, more like Duke of lying to us this whole time. Like, yep. Teen Wolf at Daily_Wolf said, didn't know Dread Doctors had the Force. He really did seal them up in a room pretty quickly there. The Teen Wolf podcast at NATW Podcast said, when I asked for people to stop being stabbed, it didn't mean that I wanted them to be shot instead. Seriously, by that time, everybody had bled. Every one of them. And then at Trist EV, I am so glad to see those kids doing schoolwork. Hashtag, let's graduate, guys. And then Tyler Hecklin Army at Hecklin Army said, does this mean Scott's username and password is still Allison?
Probs.
I'm guessing probably, and it probably doesn't do any, help with Kira.
I was going to say, don't let Kira find out.
Mm-hmm. That Firefox might take you out. So those were my favorite tweets from this week.
Very cool. I stumbled across a new place for reviews, and they're video reviews. If you're too lazy to read like me sometimes and you're on your phone and you don't want to be scrolling and squinting, it's from a place called TVequals.com. They do Teen Wolf video reviews, so be sure to check that out, TVequals.com. Another one that I stumbled across that's new is called the EmptyLighthouse.com. I really liked their review of the finale. It was funny and poignant. And they definitely aren't shills, so that's always nice. And then EW actually for the win this week for this episode came up with a really good recap that didn't read like they had a really good relationship with MTV. But they pointed out the highs and the lows, and I like that. And they were very fair with the show, so that's always important to me.
That is good. That's very good.
And if you just want photo recaps, y'all know to go to TV.com by now.
Yes.
Love that place.
And laugh constantly. Yes. Probably more than you did in the episode. Unless you had just a lot of CGI laughing.
Yeah, it wasn't even laughing. It was just like, who didn't edit? This is bad post editing. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. Like I said, I'm still planning on a Teen Wolf rewatch, even season 4. So
really,
I'll let you guys know when that happens. I know.
I am planning on doing a ranking of season 3B.
Well, that's an easy job. That's a Jordan rewatch.
Yes, and I'm also working over the hiatus on the best bromance moments.
Are we coming back in June or no? I don't think we are. I think we're coming back in the end of July, maybe.
I didn't think that there was I didn't think we had a date yet.
I feel like it was left vague, but they did say a ballpark, and I just can't remember where I found it.
Hold up, let me look. No date yet.
Maybe just possible premiere date. Okay.
I don't know. I'm not seeing anything. It's saying no date yet. But it got updated March 9th, so.
That's why you're supposed to bookmark stuff. Anyway, yeah, they can take their time after this. Really, they can take their time and get it right and work all the things out. I know they're still filming and everything, so.
Yeah. I would. It's expected to premiere this June.
Oh.
And that actually works better for me because I'm not in school at that point. But
Wait, it's March. How many episodes of Teen Wolf is there? Because then that means I have to do probably one a day to get it all done.
how many are there all together, like, for right now?
Yeah, hold on, I
In
know.
a recap?
Oh,
There's
there's 80.
82.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if I ever told you guys this. I stumbled across those comic books. Did I tell you guys that yet?
No, no.
The Teen Wolf Bite Me. It's like three long. And they're
Okay.
comic books, and I don't know how I stumbled across it. I think somebody sent me a link, and yeah, so it's all about it goes into season 1. So I'm doing all that too with the webisode Search for Cure, because I didn't watch it originally when it originally aired. I jumped in at like a live watch starting in season 3, so it's gonna be fun revisiting all that old stuff.
How did you start live watching after I started? Why?
I wasn't live watching, I was just kind of binging.
Really?
Yeah.
That surprises me. Because I came in. Did I come in on season 2? I want to say I did.
Really?
No, I must have come in on season 3 too then. I know I wasn't there for season 1.
Yeah, I wasn't there for season 1 because I was just like, I would see the commercials for it. Love, Be Afraid, and I'm like, nope.
Yeah. No, I must have come in on season 3. I must have started season 3 as well.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to go back through all the old stuff and do it in order instead of just power watching just to get the gist of it.
Well, I didn't even know that they had webisodes, so.
It was from like AT&T. You remember like the corny stuff they used to do back then.
Oh, good. Is that anything like the Toyota ones?
No. They're actually better than that.
Okay.
But anyway, if you guys want to join me, I will be putting it up on the Facebook and the Twitter. So if you want to follow us on Twitter at Beacon Hills Pod. And of course, our Facebook is facebook.com/welcome to Beacon Hills for more updates. And I will try to post some season 6 news at least twice a week. There's a lot of it coming out. There's tons of cool interviews and casting just about every other day from what I'm seeing. So
Are you doing the A to Z challenge again?
I am. I can't wait. It's music themed this year, not movies.
Ooh.
So yeah, I'm excited.
All right. Well, that plays well into your career as well.
Exactly.
Good plan.
So what are you gonna be doing besides the bromance and the 3B rewatch?
Mostly, I'm still doing my everyday everything kind of things. I will, of course, still be working on Last Week in TV, which is my weekly column that is on my blog, which is at dawn1.blogspot.com. That's at DAHNE1.blogspot.com, and also on spoilertv.com. And so that takes up most of my time. Once we hit the summer, though, I will be doing a picture show column in which you can talk up the shows that you really like. They could be past, present, hits or non-hits, although we do prefer the non-hits more. And I will also be running the Character Cup for Spoiler TV in July. So
Roscoe, come on. Roscoe or the dog from Person of Interest, or Baby from Supernatural. Those are the only 3 characters I really care about, just to be honest.
Well, Baby won last year in our vehicle contest, so she's not eligible again.
Oh.
But mostly it's a character contest, although I think we are going to make our spin-off contest. We always have a contest. Once we get eliminated, most of the shows get eliminated and people start getting bored with having just only 4 shows left. We add a super fun like mini contest, and I believe that this year it is going to be the best animal in a TV show. So
Bear's got that hands down.
I agree. So I might change it. I don't know. I might make it best villain. But
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
yeah. So anyway, it's a great contest. We have a lot of fun. I run it very tightly, so there's always a new poll coming up when the other one ends. And probably my favorite thing about it is that each day has its own TV talk topic where we talk about something special about TV. So it might be what your TV pet peeves are. It might be what your favorite family on TV is. It could be, how TV has changed since over the years as you've been watching TV, or how if you've experienced fandom. There's always some interesting little topics. So even if you're not interested in the contest itself, what's being polled at that time, there's always a reason to come and check it out. So I hope everybody does that. Also, I will be live tweeting like I always do. You can find me on Twitter at Dawn1. That's at DHNE1. And you can also find me in the 100 podcast called Redshirted at SouthgateMediaGroup.com.
Hey, congratulations on season 4, by the way.
Yes, we did get season 4, and season 3 sucks, so season 4 better be better. Every time I start podcasting something, that's the worst season they've had.
No, that's not true, because we started podcasting Teen Wolf in season 3B.
Which was the best they had. It's the only time that happened.
Oh, season 8 Supernatural.
In particular, season 2 Sleepy Hollow. Yeah. Season 6 of Warehouse 13.
The final season.
The final season was, whatever it was. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm actually thinking that I might podcast something that I really hate right now, because I'm thinking that it might become excellent when I start podcasting it.
Or you can get back to the Buffy Roundtable, hint, hint.
Yes, we could do that, and I do want to do that. I'm also looking at maybe taking the TV talk topics to a podcast form as well as part of the contest that we do. So, but lots of good things going on Spoiler TV, and lots of things that I'll be doing over the summer. I'm not doing the A to Z challenge in April because that's always a terrible month for me, but I am thinking that I might try and do it in June or July instead.
Yeah, definitely. Once it takes 21 days to form an effective habit, so that's a pretty that's why I think a lot of people actually do get in the A to Z challenge of posting every day and managing it and stuff like that to get in the habit. So
yeah, I have to have time to write every day, so I think that's going to be it. And like I said, I'm going to be doing a ranker for season 3B, probably season 3A as well, because I don't think I did that one yet. And there will, before the premiere of season 6, I'm going to have a whole host of character articles about the best of different characters. Liam will not be one of them, so if you like him, sorry.
Well, we also want to encourage you guys to rate, review, and subscribe to us on your favorite podcatcher service of choice. We are on Stitcher, Lisbon, SoundCloud for now until they go out of business, as well as Lisbon.com. It's greatly appreciated. You guys can also check out our 86 and probably more by the time this goes live podcast over a list of podcasts over on SouthgateMediaGroup.com. We also have blogs and information about the host, and we usually have some pretty cool ads to click, so be sure to check it out.
Also, I may be guesting on Evil Dead, so if you liked Evil Dead Part 1 this first season, then check that out too.
Oh,
it
awesome.
It'd be lots of fun, because that show is the goriest thing I have ever watched.
I'm surprised you're watching it.
I actually liked it.
Oh, you were there for Bruce Campbell, weren't you?
Yep. Burn notice, baby.
I was going to say, yeah, burn notice alone.
We need to get some podcasts on shows that are no longer on the air. That's what we need to do next.
Yeah, we should do like an archive podcast or something like that. Right? Pitch it to Rob. He'll say yes.
He will. All right. Well, thank you so very much for joining us for season 5 of Teen Wolf. I hope that you enjoyed this season. I hope that there was lots that you loved, and that you're going to be coming back for season 6. Whether it's the finale or not, who knows? Could be the finale for you. So, until season 6, take a deep breath. Enjoy this blessed hiatus. You know it won't last long, because, dude, it's Beacon Hills.
If you would like to donate to help pay for this and other Southgate Media Group podcasts, simply go to our website, southgatemediagroup.com, and click on the donate button. It can be as little as $1 or, well, as much as you want. Help keep this fun going by supporting this and our other shows. Thanks again for listening, everyone. You're the best fans in the world.